Hello internet friends. In this video I am constructing a mount so I can turn the fuselage on its side. The plans give dimensions for a block to use. You don't have to follow that. I'm sure it is perfectly fine to use. But I decided to use a 2x4 because I wanted a little more stability so it wouldn't rock. And so what you see me doing is bolting in, I forgot what this piece is called, but bolting that in so I can stick the 2x4 in between the spar, mark it with a pen, and then drill 2 holes in the 2x4 and then bolt it to the spar and then tip the fuselage on its side. And I decided the easiest way to do that would be to just hang the fuselage from my ceiling racks and then move the table from underneath it and then tip it on the side and then put the table back under it. That seemed to work pretty well. I am about, 9 or so videos behind. Just because iMovie is being a piece of garbage, and I've tried to record this voiceover for a few times, and each time it would just disappear. And so you do that for 5 minutes for a few times and you just get frustrated and eventually look for a new piece of software. So I'm trying a new piece of video software called Filmora. Hopefully it works better than garbage iMovie. Let's see, what updates do I have for this month? Went to Oshkosh. There's kind of a travel log of we drove up to Wyoming and then dropped a car off for a kid, which, that took a day to drive up from Vegas. And then we drove 2 days over to Wisconsin for Osh, stopped in Minnesota, bought a camper because I was trying to rent a camper and I couldn't find one to rent. So I decided not to ever have that problem again, just bought one. Now it's in the hangar for next year for Osh and for any, subsequent camping trips. I apparently need to do like 10 or so camping trips to make it pay for itself, so I'll have to put those on the calendar somehow. I have plenty of kids to to take camping. Okay, got to Osh. Osh was a good show. I really had a couple goals for Oshkosh this year. One was to go to the Vans, What's New at Vans session that happens on Mondays. Is it Mondays or Tuesdays? No, I think it's Mondays. Well, whatever day it was, I got in a good heckle, which was, they had the new Vans leadership there, Michael Villa and Sean L. I was very encouraged by their presentation that basically said, sorry for the past whatever time period. We know we messed up, but we want to do better. This is the organization we put in place. We're actually using modern business practices and actual real software and real manufacturing techniques, and everything they said was great. So I pretty much live streamed that in the Slack channel as that was happening. But I was very encouraged by everything they had to say. Felt very good about the future of Vans and it being in good hands and them knowing what they need to do. So that was encouraging. Oh, my good heckle was they said they set up a dunk booth and they, were saying goodbye to all the previous errors. And I was like, why didn't you bring the dunk booth to Osh? And I got a good chuckle. So. Anyway, then I brought back a bunch of avionics, and we will talk about that in another video. In the meantime, if you would like to talk about avionics, come join our RV Slack group. The link is in the description of the video, or you can scan this QR code that's going to show up, and I will now try to figure out how to do that in the software. So long, and see you in the next video.